minutes on 90 fans.
Discord
Go.
is recording. I love it. The Discord track is actually recording. You love to hear it, and then you love to hear
Unscripted.
Oh, nice.
Ridiculous.
Followed it up
man.
with a little Tamina Snuka, who retired from professional wrestling.
You know. By the way, I thought it was hilarious. I just have to get this out. My wife's like, "You got to see this." I found it on Disney, which really means I found it on Hulu. But it was greatest WWE rivalries. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll give it a go. And the first thing that threw me off was like Tamina is like a co-host with 4 people. It's like,
really?
Why? Yeah, like Tamina. I'm like, who is that? And she's all done up and dolled. I'm like, that's fucking Tamina. And Freddie Prinze narrates most of it, which is kind of cool.
Oh, nice.
I was just gonna say,
Kinda random.
speaking of like their produced shows, because they're gonna do Bash at the
Berlin
the
Bash
coming up for
Bash in Berlin.
Yeah, Berlin
Bash in Berlin. Yeah,
They put together a WWE European collection, and it's pretty fucking fun. It was like Demolition and the Bulldogs in
nice.
England in that tour in '88 when they went over to England right after WrestleMania 4. And then
Heart
like there's a
Foundation
bunch
stuff,
of just
right?
European stuff. Yeah, Heart Foundation stuff, Bulldog stuff.
I saw that. Yeah,
Like, it's really cool. I was like, oh,
for the commercial.
Yeah, that is going to be cool. Just one more thing about the rivalry stuff. I don't know if you've watched any of these or not, but they're kind of like, I want to call bullshit on them because the first rivalry was Brett and Sean, right? And I see Diesel's another fucking co-host just sitting there, doesn't say much of anything, doesn't say shit like, the whole time. And the first thing that they say is like,
why would I do that?
You know what happened here was all the big guys were leaving. Nobody knows why, but they were leaving. And I'm like, y'all know why they were fucking leaving. Y'all fucking know why.
You want to hear the facts, or you want to hear bullshit?
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
okay.
Why would I
hear the facts or bullshit?
And no, and I'm wondering why
would I
that.
beat Goldberg?
And
Finger poke of doom is over.
And they go,
They
well,
what
it's
you want.
just for some reason they wanted to go with the more small athletic guys that can really wrestle. I'm like, because of the fucking steroid trial, you fucking assholes. I'm like, it was like right in the beginning of this rivalry thing.
Oh,
like,
I don't think so.
I don't know what happened. I'm like, you know exactly what happened. I'm like, you can always tell when it's
yourself.
When it's WWE revisionist history. Like the winners always get to write the novels, right? Like that's how it works. They get to write the history. And I was like,
that's why I get so irritated when people I know, and I'm glad you can learn from at least WWE's doing documentaries about the past, right? They could have just gobbled up the footage, and Vince would have never released it ever, like, or just only played it for only use it for Titantron packages. Like, can you imagine, like? Because that's how cheap he bought it for. But like, yeah, so I'm glad like young fans can get an education and they're at least wanting to watch a documentary. But yeah, like living through it, I'm like, no, that's not quite the way it happened. No,
that's not how it happened at all.
That's exactly how it happened, Jess.
I was so mad about it, and they even talked about they talked about the screw job, and I was like, this is not how it went down. But they got footage from Beyond the Mat and stuff, or whatever it was. I think it was Beyond the Mat for that one. And or was it Beyond the Shadows? I can't remember what it was. For
Wrestling with Shadows was the Pratt one. That was such an excellent documentary.
Yeah, it was well done, and they were right there for all of it. And they actually showed the clip of Vince walking by, like stumbling by because Brett knocked him out.
Yeah, he was staggering.
Fucking hilarious. He's like,
steady.
Still calls it the best punch he's ever thrown. Said it like just recently this week. Brett.
Something can rot in hell.
It looks like it. Brett's like, take a shot. There was only one. There's only one cool, and I'm watching I watched the Kane Undertaker. I'm like, this is not a real rivalry. It's not the same. But there was one cool spot where Taker, he said, I'm in the room with them. And I can't remember that Taker was in the room with them. And Sean tries to say something as Vince and Brett are working it out. Sean tries to speak, and Taker grabbed him on the knee and said, don't. It's Vince's time. He's going to explain his position. That's it. You're done here. Like, you don't need to say anything. I'm like, and you don't. Like, in hindsight, you really don't. Like, Taker just understood things that you should never have to understand in the business. He's like, Brett, and Taker's like, don't say shit.
I didn't know.
Yeah, because Taker didn't do a lot of talking. How many other guys do we hear? Like Hall, who is very intelligent anyway. But I mean, like, he was a shit starter. Undertaker was just, he listened all the time. He rarely talked. Like, he just listened and watched.
Naturally.
So he knew that moment when it was there. He's like, Sean, fucking read the room.
He's like,
shut
stop.
up.
Like that, you're done.
Yeah,
here.
exactly.
And by the way, Taker didn't
When he yelled
even
at
know.
Brett, like, It was Taker. He yelled at Brett too when Brett was pissed because it was the pay-per-view before WrestleMania 12 where Brett already knew he was losing to Shawn, and it was Diesel and Brett for the WWE title in the steel cage. Brett was champion. Diesel was rematching him, and the ending had Undertaker pull Diesel under the ring, and Brett just climbed out of the cage and won. But the finish was Nash was like, "I'm going to hit you with my power bomb." And basically, I would have beat you, but Taker's going to pull my leg and pull me down in the hole. And Brett pitched a fit. Why would I just lay there after your finisher? That makes me look weak. Blah 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 blah. He's like
bullshit.
And then he kept going back and forth. And Undertaker just looked at Brett and he goes, "Brett, it's not fucking always about you." And then everybody was quiet in the room for a minute, and then they kept
all
talking
awkward
and
and
figured
shit.
out the end of the match.
But
yeah, it's
okay.
like Undertaker was never afraid to be like, "Dude, shut the fuck up, you two."
At the right times, I think Taker just knew those right moments to jump into it, and that's the one thing I never knew about. Jess, I don't know if you ever heard about that, but he actually put his hand on Shawn's leg and said, "Don't, like, you're done." Like
that has to be the reason why that Undertaker knew he understood as well. That's why he never jumped ship. Like he thought about it. He's mentioned on his podcast, like, I thought about going to WCW when everybody else jumped. I was like, maybe I should do it. But I mean, he just ended up staying because I think he understood. Like,
only a podcast.
I understand this locker room. I understand Vince. I know how to sit next to Vince and shut the fuck up and like let Vince cook. While I gathered and did that. He just understood that. I guess why would you do that? Knowing that Vince will get, of all people, Vince will give him money, even when he didn't have it. Vince is like, what do you need? Like. I can't lose you. Like, I need you to stay.
If only there was a podcast that did an episode that was like, what if Undertaker jumped to WCW? I just don't know. Is there a podcast out there that's done that?
Oh, yeah. It's right here!
That's right. We had Sting on the back. Like, if they were a tag team, Undertaker and Sting would ride on the back of the Harley when Undertaker would drive down the ring.
Like Kevin Owens did with Randy. Was it?
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys brought up.
It was Randy riding on the back with Kevin Owens.
Glad you brought up Kevin Owens and about them showing video footage from the past. I was surprised because tonight, Grayson Waller and Theory were kind of playing on like, oh, you sure you can trust Kevin Owens? You've seen what he's done, and like here's a video package, and it showed all the times Kevin Owens betrayed people, and they actually did show Chris Jericho when he betrayed Chris Jericho. So I was kind of surprised that they actually showed that. They mentioned him by name and everything. Like they showed everything on there.
Wow,
I was kind of surprised by that.
Chris Jericho. That's interesting.
Yeah, but they're playing out, and their tag team tonight. It was Kevin Owens and Rhodes versus the.
Triple H can't get cool points anymore with me. I'm done.
What's up?
I'm just kidding.
Can I
like all the little stuff that Triple H does like tickles me. Like just seeing all that footage makes me so fucking happy.
Yeah,
it just makes me so happy.
Stuff that Vince would never allow you because they're not currently.
Because as we transitioned as fans, like Vince only wanted you to watch Vince shit, but like we all watched different promotions. That's what made it fun. Like that's what made the journey fun. So the fact that Vince for so long was like, no, I'm not crossing the stream. And then, but when he wants Flair to come over, he'll reference the shit out of WCW, like only 100%. When he wants to. Like that was the only time Vince allowed. When Vince is like, this is the bridge you can cross, but I'm gonna blow it up soon. This is the bridge you could cross for now. It's like, damn it.
By the way, I have not showered and I'm wearing a plain black shirt in honor of Grayson Waller this week. I don't know if you heard him on an interview saying that all wrestling fans look and smell the same.
And here I am proving you wrong, Grayson Waller.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of brutal. I mean, I
get what he's talking about.
Every day.
Even Stone Cold has done that thing when he holds up the soap. So you know what this is?
Yeah.
This is the soap.
For Zach Wilde, for Zach Wilde, he's all an idiot to brush teeth with those little gimmicks you call teeth.
I mean, I guess I would take offense if I thought it was true, but I know, like, I know he's talking about a set of wrestling fans, and I'm like, they're not all like that. They're not all smelly and stinky.
Dave, there's a lot of them when we go.
There truly is. Those are the cultists. Those are the IWC cultists.
That photo of that white plastic chair with shit on it.
I was thinking about that graveyard. Exactly.
That's not a work. That's a shoot.
That's a shoot. That actually happened.
Shit shoot.
Somebody was too lazy to go take a shit and shit in their seat.
And then they sat there, and then it got in their fucking butthole hair, and
they sat in it. Oh.
When wow. First time I ever took my
and him going like, look, there's Tiffany Stratton. Like they try to run, but they can't run. I was like that.
So the very first time I ever took my ex-wife to a live wrestling show, she legitimately looked at me like halfway through, and she's like, "Are they all like this?" Like,
there's a lot of big people here.
Listen, we're blind to it because we're wrestling fans.
Are they all big like this?
And we are wrestling fans, so we get to talk about it.
They're like, "This real?" Yeah,
there was a reason. There was a reason why when you bought AEW merchandise, everything was 2X or bigger. That was left. They
the
planned
walls
for it.
were bare. The walls were fucking bare, and you can see claw marks where people were trying to grab the last 7X.
Stains on the table.
Like it's good. It's all over the wall.
At least wash your hands. Let's wash your hands after. God dang.
Jeff size small.
In any other clothing
4X.
store, there's like in any other clothing store, there's just a lot of larges and extra larges and like double XL now. But anything bigger than that, you might be lucky to see one or two.
And bro,
at the AEW events, it's the exact opposite. It's like
in Los Angeles, just right. Like there were some people that needed 2 seats. I'm not even fucking around. I'm not even.
I get so pissed when I see a shirt on WWE Shop and they don't have any more extra larges. I'm like, you're fucking lying to yourself, bud. You buying that extra large? You should be fucking buying the double X, triple X, motherfuckers. Taking away my extra large. Can't fucking buy a Drew
Like I legitimately fit into a large, extra large, so I get mad when that stuff's out of stock. I'm like, that motherfucker.
Those are the ones that are lying to themselves.
This is extra large, and I got the smooth. I'm all addicted to the smooth fabric.
Yeah, it is. It's good stuff.
I was telling my wife today, this is an homage shirt. And
homage is good. Yeah, they're fun.
It's I've had this I think 8 years, almost 10 years, and it's still just as soft as the first day, and it fits fantastic.
That's why I like
homage stuff fits fantastic.
I put it on today, and I went away from the cotton like I always do. I'm like, fuck it, because everyone's version's different depending on where you buy from. So I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna take a gamble. I'm gonna get the soft, fabric or whatever. And I put it on today, and I was like, oh, I just sat there.
Glorious.
It's a good feeling. It truly is.
Better than the old fucking Gildan.
I wonder how it feels like if it's if you were someone that required a double X or triple X, if it's still as soft or I don't know. Or does it just not feel like anything? Probably it feels like you're naked. Maybe.
It's just straight to.
I forgot to put a shirt on. Oh wait a minute.
Don't shit my pants.
Wait a minute.
I don't give a fuck. I used to be fat, so I don't give a fuck. I'll make fun of follow.
Yeah, I was 270 pounds at one point.
Jesus, fucking whale. I'm just kidding. Fucking, what did they cast you and Brendan Fraser as a whale?
Terrible.
You fat fuck.
You are just terrible. Because
I was double X. I mean, most of the last 15, 20 years.
I should have been double X at one point, probably. But
I'm also 7'2".
No, you are. Yeah, you are.
That's not true.
I need the length.
Of the 2X. Craig, you're 6'3", I'm 6'2", so like it's deceitful. Like we allow ourselves to get heavier than we really should. Like if we were 5'11", we'd be like 230. I'd be like, whoa, hold on.
That's what I'm saying. I was 5'11" at 245 last year.
Almost
I was
like, 3-letter F word.
I'm in trouble. I'm like putting one foot in the grave right now. I gotta stop that. Gotta stop the French toast on the weekends with the kids. Knock that shit right off.
Couldn't even believe it. Like I look at pictures of myself. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
We're gonna do it this weekend.
But eating is so good. Cuz said it off the air. Eating's so fucking good. I love eating. I love eating bad shit.
I love it.
I love eating the worst stuff.
You know what I had for lunch yesterday?
What's up?
What'd you have, buddy?
At 48 years old?
What'd you have?
Cheetos mac and cheese.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, like hot Cheetos or
it's
hot Cheetos?
No, not the hot Cheeto one, but it was the Cheetos box.
I've had
the macaroni comes out. It comes out brown. I mean orange. And
let's come out brown.
The first bite was like, "This is good." And the third bite's like, "This is disgusting."
Yeah, this is disgusting. But I ate it all anyway. But I finished it. I finished it.
Did you have the Flamin' Hot Cheetos mac and cheese?
No, I've thought about it.
I like it. I mean, I don't remember the last time I've had that, but yeah,
1,800 milligrams of sodium, probably.
So
that's fine. 90% of your daily recommended.
I'm gonna heart's fucking popping out of my chest.
I'm gonna try to get us back on the wrestling track, but I don't know. This is
it's related. Fat wrestling fans. We're talking about.
That's right. It's where we went. It's where we went. It's where we went. But I wanted to call something out. I was just thumbing through the socials, and one guy had such a funny line, and his buddy jumped right in. He's like, you know what, man? Like, Cody's had all this time to build his story, and he just hasn't done it. He hasn't done it. Like, what has he done? He does all this stuff. Roman's already coming back. It's already bigger than ever. And Cody's like, hey, friend. And his friend goes, what, friend? He's like, you want to wrestle me for the title? He's like, no, I'm not that good. I lost a lot. And he's like, no, you're good. You wrestle me. We have fun. We'll have fun. He's like, okay, we'll have fun. And he's like, and that's what they're fucking doing. Like, there's no story to this fucking Kevin Owens thing. There's nothing here. Like, what are we doing?
I was like, could see Cody. Because Cody actually had said recently that he wants to be a heel on SmackDown.
Yeah.
I mean, I would not be surprised. I mean, I would be surprised, but I would not be surprised if Kevin Owens is putting up such a good fight that Cody actually has to cheat to win.
I hope that's where we're going, because I feel like
that's a good thing, because then when the inevitable part 3 happens between Roman and Cody, the roles are flipped.
Oh yeah,
Roman's super over and Cody's.
I think you started now with Kevin Owens being because Kevin Owens is the guy you expected to.
That's what I think. Like, and Jess, you've said this before. Trust the process. They're not doing stuff quick. You gotta trust.
Cody would be so good as a heel.
And I think that's what this particular individual is missing. Is like everyone says, like my wife even says, Cody's a heel. He dresses like a heel, just like Joe says. I'm like, I know it's on the way. It's gonna happen.
But it's also hard
down the line.
Man. It is such, and I think Cody could do it. I think he's talented enough to do it. But it is risky. You know, we always bullshit Hogan, bullshit Cena. Like when Hogan now he'll say he has to turn heel in 1990, which he's a liar.
I saw that interview.
I have to do it.
Yeah, he never wanted.
I have to save.
Yeah,
the wrestling.
He never wanted to turn heel. Cena didn't either, because Cena's like, look, when you're in it and you see the kids' faces and you know most of your gimmick is making kids happy, he's like, the thought of turning heel is bad. Cody's got to be, and the reason why I feel it is my kids, my 7-year-olds, fucking love Cody, love him.
Can you imagine me turning heel?
I just put wrestling on, and when Cody came on one day, my daughter just started talking about him. She's like, "Oh, he's so fancy with his jacket." Like, she just fell in love with him. And my son was like, "We love Cody. They sing a song all the time. Like, it's crazy." Like, I took him to a live event, and they freaked out when he walked out. And like, beautiful. It was so. To hear him turn heel, you got to be really careful. Like, to turn someone like Cody, you can't just turn heel
my
because
heart to know that he might be
a
couple suckeroonies. No, just kidding.
Can I spin that a little bit though? Like, everybody knows that Roman was a heel forever, but everybody still, it still cheered him on. I think Cody could still possibly be that heel that people love, but to play the part, people will boo him to play the part. If they do it it'll be masterful. But I know, just to your point, that's hard to do. It all depends on how dastardly he becomes.
I also understand that Roman and Cody can't exist as two faces on the same brand for long. And it's just it even if you keep them separate, like Roman's like popularity is going to get even bigger because he's actively fighting against the established heel bloodline. Yeah. So now Roman's even more over. And then if Sammy does come back and the Usos come back, my God, like it's going to be crazy. Cody can't touch that. Like, he can't, like, it's too hot for him. Like, because he's got to be separate from it.
Yeah.
But everyone else is going to suffer, like, from it. Why do you think they put LA Knight on Raw? Because, he's got to pull away. They can't have LA Knight drowning, too.
No, LA Knight's on SmackDown right now.
Was he on SmackDown?
Yeah, he's a U.S. title.
He was on Raw.
Dummy, yeah.
Fuck, I thought he was on Raw for some reason.
No, he's a U.S. champ on Raw.
See, that's hard. It's going to get so hard for them, like, on the same brand. Like,
well, that's why
I like Raw, because they're building people on Raw, and that's fun to watch. But
that's why
I think he sells too much merch. I think right now, I think what'll happen is organically, he's going to just become that tweener Cena, where like fans are going to get tired of him, and kids will still like him, and then he's going to be 50-50.
He's going to get booed. Like, he's going to go through that phase where he's going to get booed, and that's when, honestly, just do it this time. Just pull the trigger when that happens. Just do it. Might as well.
Yeah, don't fight it. Don't separate them.
But that's why I like the idea of like where they kind of take their time now. Where like, you might not see LA Knight. Like he's going to be on this next pay-per-view, but he might not be on Bad Blood. Like, so that I like that they do
usually
that now.
They usually give the U.S. title and IC titles. Like they stagger them unless it's a big four. So, and that's good. You don't want to see LA Knight end.
Everything is like.
And Braun Breaker on every pay-per-view. You shouldn't see that.
Even the little feud that they have on SmackDown with Andrade and Carmelo Hayes. That feud is awesome because it's simple. It's who's the better wrestler, and they're like in a heated rivalry just to fight to prove like they've already had like. I just
like the fact that Andrade is involved in anything right now.
They're
trying to get right.
They're putting on bangers like every fucking week.
And there's so many great stories within all of it. WWE is telling at least 6 stories, like major ones, and now you've got Bronson Reed creating. They're creating a story specifically for him, and that's already getting to be a lot of fun. The question is, who are they building him up for? Is it for his own purpose or is it to feed him to someone? That's what I want to know. Is he going to be?
I mean, now I really.
Is he going to get fed to Cody? Or
no,
is he gonna,
I'm annoyed because
is he going to face Gunther? Like I don't even know what.
No, I'm annoyed because I'm thinking what might be the case, and it might be when
he's Raw, so he'd be facing Gunther, right, for that one.
Yeah, but I'm just worried that it's only for when Seth Rollins comes back, so he could get his revenge and beat him, be the one that. That's what I'm already worried about.
It's still a great story, though, and Bronson's getting
it is. I mean, it makes sense.
So
it's logical.
It's still established, and I would much rather have this for him than them try to do something funny with him. Or,
for sure.
You know what I mean? Like,
I
think that this is just the way the crowd goes. Oh, when he climbs up the rope is instant. Like that's
they're all
having fun with him,
yeah,
so that's it's only going to help him.
Someone playing WWE 2K said this sounds like a law firm, and the tag team was Bronson, Braun, and Braun. So Strowman, Breaker, and Bronson Reed, and his
Braun, and Bronson.
I've seen that.
That'd be a good faction, actually.
Actually, that would be a great faction. Fucking just
Braun, Bronson, and Braun. Yeah,
that actually would be.
Just call them the Brawnies. Go.
Oh, and by the way, last week, because I was listening to you guys Unscripted last week, it was not Braun Strowman that was taken out in the Wyatt 6 thing.
I thought it was
because everyone thought Triple H was taken out too, and it wasn't him either. It was just random security guards and shit like that.
Oh, okay.
See, I thought it was someone said it was Braun, and they showed this distorted. He was in the fog.
That's what they said.
I was
at
like,
first,
oh, okay.
Because everyone was like, oh, Triple H, Braun, and then they, later on after. I think Brian Alvarez even said that it wasn't them. It wasn't.
Well, now I'm not so hard on them because.
Is it funny that American Made is being set up specifically just for the Wyatt 6 to take them down? I mean, that's all it is, right? That's all.
And I think. I don't know if Braun will actually get involved in it. I think he should. I think he'll eventually will. But I know Alexa Bliss just posted something that indicates that
Braun already got involved with Bronson Reed this week. He came in and saved the day, so there's going to be a little bit of something there.
And I could actually kind of see that maybe.
But can I tell you too that Braun Strowman is struggling physically? Can you?
Dude, he is, man.
Yeah,
I hate seeing it.
I wouldn't be surprised if he hangs it up before the end of the year.
Just because he's like way younger than Big Show, so it's like this young. He's moving like Big Show. Like,
he did. Big Show was athletic.
What's up?
Big Show was athletic, but Braun Strowman, he's been doing high impact shit.
Yeah, I know
for a while. He's
it's like next week he's gonna come out to whirl and he's just gonna walk out on the ramp and not walk down all the way.
They call him like 380 pounds or something like that. Like you can't do that stuff that long. Like.
I didn't realize Braun Strowman was struggling so much.
Oh yeah, you could when he runs down the ring, dude.
He's had a bad back for a while.
I was like, oh,
all that.
He's had a bad. It's his back, right? Mm-hmm. His back. He has a bad back.
I don't know. I thought it was back or hips. Yeah, the knees have gone.
Oh, is it his hips? I can't remember what was wrong with him.
Again, I feel like
get in line, Braun Strowman.
you know who else is gonna have that problem soon? Damien Priest will be right there with him. I'm telling you, those knees are not for long.
Knock knees.
I mean, Nash wrestled with that fucking inward knee for 30 years. So
yeah, he did.
So I did all the time.
I mean, he
hit it with the baggiest diesel pants, though. He hit it forever.
Well, that's what Damien Priest.
There was a lot of times that Nash.
Yeah,
nobody ever saw it. He was very. He knew like I gotta hide this thing.
I'm sure, like though. I mean, with the way they are now with their medical protocols and stuff, someone's gonna eventually say, "Hey, Damien, like you gotta get that taken care of." I mean, I don't want to see anything bad happen to him.
Dude, like there's been stuff in the NFL. Like I can't remember the receiver. The one he won it with the Rams and he played for the Ravens recently. Gosh, I could see his face. He was one of the greatest receivers at the time, and basically he was in Los Angeles and they got picked up for the Super Bowl and he actually hurt his knee again in the Super Bowl. They knew he was playing without an ACL. And they're like, he's got no ACL. And they're like, okay. And he's like, are you sure you want to do this? Yeah, I'm going to ride this thing till literally the wheels fall off. So I don't know if it's not a heart issue. It's not a head issue. It's not a spinal issue that could paralyze you. It's like, I'm going to walk funny for the rest of my life. So it's
that's why I worry about Bronson. They need to calm down on the 6-7 fucking tsunamis off the top.
Tsunamis?
Even Meltzer's always all worried about his knees. He's all. I guess.
Yeah, because he's protecting the person with him by landing on his knees and thighs.
Meltzer said that they're not having him doing it on house shows though. So at least there's that, I guess.
Too much. He's not doing house shows. He's not doing house shows.
His knees are going to blow out.
No, you can't do it.
What are literally going to blow out from Bronson Reed, Meltzer? Shut up.
He's an attraction, and they do the splash just on the television.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question about Meltzer right now. If it wasn't getting over and nobody cared, would he be talking about it? I'm concerned. You wouldn't give a shit. Shut up. Go get your clicks somewhere else.
Oh yeah. No. I've always said. I said
genuine though when he said it. Honestly,
I like Bronson when nobody knew.
You remember years ago when I
make fun of him.
Shut up.
Shut up. He's all his knees. I'm concerned.
You're not concerned about nothing.
He's flexing his biceps.
I'm concerned that this story won't get me enough clicks. I'm concerned.
My office is drowning in newspapers, and I'm going to die.
I bet his office is already a mess again. They couldn't help it.
I'm a hoarder, and
Triple H should know better about knees. You don't want to hurt your knees.
What if there was an episode of Hoarders on Dave Meltzer?
I put my knees into my stacks of paper every day when I walk the room.
We can edit that together.
We have to keep that magazine. That's the wrestler from 1972. We can't throw that away.
It's like that South Park. Remember when they were cleaning Stan's locker? He's all, "This is a half-eaten sandwich, Stan." Okay.
Everybody started hoarding. I remember that when that was
fucking great.
I think I just watched that a few weeks ago too.
The Inception one, so funny.
My kids are into South Park
on Raw.
Also, this Sunday is All In AEW in Wembley Stadium.
How's the gate look, Jesse Poo?
It hit 50,000.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, good.
Legit. It hit 50,000.
I don't want it to fail. I'm just telling you. I'm really hoping. I'm glad that it got there. I'm really.
It won't fail. It'll be fun.
It'll still look cool. It's gonna look good. It's gonna look good. It's a non-WWE.
Fine.
It's a non-WWE show.
That's awesome.
It's gonna look good.
Yeah. And special start time. It's gonna 10 a.m. for you guys Pacific and 1 p.m.
Oh, nice.
Eastern.
Yeah. The pre-show. Yeah, the pre-show starts at 9.
What time did it start last year? I don't remember.
There's a 2-hour 0 hour for stupid fucking for that show.
Nice. And it's on Sunday. See, if they're that's better. If it's on Sunday, at least it's on the morning time.
Yeah, because I really am spoiled now with pay-per-views and shit on Saturdays. I hate them on Sundays.
There's just too many pay-per-views in general.
And I'm going to change my opinion from last week, and I think we're being swerved, bro, by Bryan.
I think he's going to win. He's winning.
I think he is too. And when I saw him pull out that green flannel on Dynamite, which was the same, he thought it was the same thing that he retired from.
That promo was really good.
Yeah.
His promo.
I think he's going to win.
He's wonderful.
Because Wrestle Dream's going to be in Washington, so that's probably where he'll hang it up, honestly.
Hang it up? Like maybe Swerve wins it back on a rematch or something?
Or whoever he's feuding with by that time. Because I wonder if Hangman's going to take Swerve away from, the title picture.
But I swear to God, he fucking better, because there's no good goddamn reason why the main event isn't Page versus Swerve. So they better have him do fucking something. And Page, if you don't want to fucking be there, don't be there anymore. Like, God damn it. He comes back and he's good at what he does. And I'm like, okay, I'm into Adam Page right now. He's heel. Okay. I want to see him and Swerve. Yes, 1,000 times. They're great together. Let's do it. And then he's off TV for like 2 weeks. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? And then he comes back again. He's like, I'm back again. And I'm like, okay, I've had enough of you. Like, so maybe that's why Tony's not.
He just always looks like he has
putting them. He's just fucking, I'm here today. It's like, oh, well, don't do it on my account. Go away if you don't want to be here.
Well, it's worked for him so far, yeah.
No,
yes, Swerve broke into his house, okay?
Whoa.
Yeah, maybe he's just worried that Swerve's going to break into his house again while he's not there.
Yeah.
That's probably why he stays away for 2 weeks,
You'd be traumatized too. Like, you'd have...
There's got to be something I would be pissed. And I'm hearing rumors, too, that they want to have a run with Darby Allin as champion.
What?
Doesn't need it.
He might die.
Why?
Yeah, he doesn't need it.
Wait. As AEW World Champ?
Yep.
Yeah.
Why?
That's what they're thinking. That they want. That's the rumor that they're talking about a run with him at the championship. Which I don't. You don't need it. He doesn't need it at all.
That's where I don't know. I understand Rey Mysterio, legend and everything, but I just can't take it serious when when you have giants in your promotion and it's like, really, that's your champion. Sometimes I wish they do have weight divisions in wrestling.
Yeah,
we were talking about today that we missed the cruiserweight title in this.
I wish, yeah.
WWE.
I'm surprised AEW hasn't brought one in.
They have
too many titles as it is, but
fucking 12 championships.
Well, get rid of 6 of them and then create a cruiserweight division because that's
fair
their
point.
Whole roster anyway.
Because I understand.
It's ridiculous how many titles.
Also, another thing that was interesting was I was asked why there wasn't some kind of intercontinental title because we have some topics coming up today, and why is there not some kind of title like that for the women's division? I'm like, well, they have 2 women world titles, and NXT though they got a North American title for women because they only had one.
And
title.
That fucking division's fucking wow.
Yeah, but
bangers.
It's odd. Do you create U.S. title, IC title for women? I mean, is it time on the main roster? I don't know.
I don't think so at all.
I don't think so because they have the tag team champions too, and that they're sharing that across all three promotions.
But for the men, they have two tag titles, they have two world titles, they have IC, US title, they have all of that. So it's like I don't know. I'm just
they still have,
but the men's roster is doubled.
It's like way stacked, yeah.
Yeah, it's more stacked, yeah. Yeah.
And I like it because
all valid points. I'm just asking the question.
It makes each women's title feel like really important because you have more women going after each woman title, world title. I like that. More focused on it. And I love Nia as champ.
And I don't like the idea of losing a world title for the women. It's nice to have one on each brand. So
yeah, no, yeah. I mean, if you're doing the brand split, you might as well do it that way right now. I mean, I would understand if the world champion was going back and forth between.
There's more than enough talent there There's more than enough talent there to make it happen.
Yeah.
Gosh, I wonder when Tiffany's gonna cash in.
They kind of teased that tonight. They had a little spot where Nia's crown was kind of damaged and. Tiffany and Pretty Deadly were like Pretty Deadly had the glue guns like they were guarding the crown and everything. So stupid.
They're funny.
I was pissed when I saw it, but I was laughing at the same time.
It looks like they changed their attire a lot too. They're Pretty Deadly.
Oh yeah, they changed it all the time. But so Tiffany was like, "Oh, what can I do, my queen? You know what? We'll go repair it. We'll be back or whatever." And Chelsea Green and Piper Niven were right there, and Nia was like kind of eavesdropping, and then like Chelsea was basically saying, I think Miss Tiffy Time is just sticking around so she can, cash that in after the street fight and blah, blah, blah. So they're already pumping that up there. So and
Nia walk around the corner and she's all like she's screaming like real loud.
Yeah. She's like, around the corner. So did you hear something coming out of my perfect mouth? Yeah, out of my perfect mouth. Like she said that. So
oh my god.
She's so fucking funny. Chelsea Green is so funny. She
can't wait to watch it tomorrow on Hulu.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. The Bloodline versus Street Profits, LA Knight and Santos Escobar, which Santos Escobar actually, I think he has one of the best theme songs in WWE right now. I love his song.
I can't explain how underrated Santos is. Like
so good.
We've talked about it before. He's amazing.
He's good.
A lot of good stuff on there. And then
he's doing great.
Raw, I mean, fuck, Judgment Day. That's my favorite thing going, I think, because Judgment
Day. I do love it, but I wonder if it's gonna be like too fast. Like how quickly are Damien and Rhea gonna just dismantle the Judgment Day forever? It's been such a long faction. Are we seeing the end of Judgment Day forever?
2 years already. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. It's been a long time. Are we I don't
know. I think they're gonna keep going. Like they're doing little things that I notice. I know not like maybe like every like casual fan that watches will notice, or if you didn't really watch Bullet Club like when they were starting, they're doing little things like a couple weeks or when was it when Dom and Liv were in the crowd and they were cutting their promo on Rhea when she was in the ring. Like Liv was, I didn't just take your man, I took your title, and she did this. Finn started doing that before the Bullet Club was formed. That was like he started like adding these little nuances, and even when they beat up Damien in the ring last week. He did the thing where I don't think they showed it on camera because Triple H like, you probably don't want to show that on camera, but like he was holding Damien Priest and because he used to do that after they beat up the Bullet Club would beat up someone, he would hold them by their head and he would like do this. I kind of think he was because he grabbed him and his hand kind of went down, but the camera panned away. So it's like they're doing these little things where I'm like, I think they have bigger plans for Judgment. I think they're going to try to let Finn kind of do what he did in New Japan with Bullet Club. I think they're going to kind of, but obviously it's going to be a little different, be modified a little different. It's going to be Judgment Day, WWE's flavor on it and everything. So I think they're going to go farther with it. And I'm really interested in what they're going to keep doing with Judgment Day.
I hope so.
I love it. Like that's my favorite.
Right now, it feels like Rhea's just going to dominate, next pay-per-view, and Damien's just mowing down the Judgment Day. I did not like the 50-50 match with him and JD though. I was mad about it. I understood why they did it at the end because
that was a great match too. But yeah, I feel
schmaz. And I know JD's extremely talented, but the whole point is for like Damien to kind of mow through and then get backstab later, but they did it for the backstab. But like, why couldn't he have just like squashed him? And then I just don't believe that a former world champion. It makes Damien look weaker than he already is after losing the championship.
Yeah, I mean they've never made him like a dominant monster though. Anyways, So,
yeah, but he's that's
I know
the
he's
problem.
supposed to be. I know he's supposed to be.
That's the issue. I'm having so many issues with Priest right now, and it's not because of him. It's because of how they're booking him. But that's just what I think.
That also kind of shows you that Triple H probably really wants Judgment Day to be, more prominent and make sure that they're not going to.
Hey, as just as as weird as we get PTSD on it, trust the process.
Yeah. I trust.
This is not Vince's world, man. Trust the process.
I'm loving Judgment Day. That's like my favorite thing on Raw. It might be my favorite.
I just think they're making Damien look too weak, and I hope he bounces back. But like I said, maybe this is Drew's first title. This is Roman's first title situation. And
yeah,
he'll come back.
Yeah, he will
stronger than ever. So I want him to succeed. So
I want both to succeed. I want Damien, Rhea to succeed, and I want Judgment Day to keep going.
Rhea in my mind is already established.
Like Raw, I have the SmackDown storylines are predictable to me in a good way, but Raw, like I disagree with a lot of the stuff that they do on Raw, but I love watching it still because I like the dynamic. Is Damien going to hit that moment? Like where, there it is. He's over. There it is. Like, he's so fucking close, but it's interesting because he's in there with monsters. He's in there with CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, who is just the best version of himself. Right now. I never just amazing. Right. Like
that's the actual best.
And he's legitimately one of the Drew McIntyre is like one of the top guys in wrestling right now.
Yeah, he is.
Out of all of wrestling. Like he's so good.
Yep.
And so it's hard for Damien to do that. But to Dave's point, like I felt like they could have made stronger booking choices and they just didn't. But I'm so interested though in seeing like how he's still like now he's back in the Judgment Day storyline, so he's more in that now. So it's like I want him, I want him to come out the monster from that. So because he's going to compete again. He's got to get in there with Seth again. He's got to get in there with if he wants to stay at the top, he's got to be in there with Punk, Drew, and Seth. Those are the three.
And the ultimate payoff will be with Finn. With Judgment Day, that'll be the ultimate.
And Gunther's always lurking. They're going to insert him wherever. As of those guys get out of their storylines, they're going to.
It is fascinating that Damien doesn't get a rematch at all with Gunther. It's they're separating them right away. So
thanks to the Judgment Day, I like that.
Right,
and I like the promos that they're cutting. They're kind of adding like a not like NWO, but like they're adding like a grain to it, making it kind of look really gritty.
They're making it more vignette style for not just for Judgment Day, but for everybody.
Fucking Balor when he cut that promo last week, he's all backstabbing Balor's about. Like that shit was. I
love
when he said that shit. But it was fucking great though, dude. I love. Really like I said, everything they're doing with it. Now we just need Carlito to look.
Lives on fire. They're all doing great work. It's fantastic stuff.
Braun Breaker.
Yeah, and I laugh at Carlito every time I see him, and that's cool. I don't know why it makes me laugh.
I'm telling you, man, they need to get him back in the Hawaiian shirts and everything, and just.
What is Carlito like? 100? How old is Carlito now? He's like 80 years old.
He's still wrestling.
Still
looks great.
I spit in the face of people who don't want.
He's enjoying. Cool. You can tell he's enjoying it. Like they're all having fun. Like I love it.
Yeah,
it's great stuff. Go ahead, Jess. What are you?
Stuff for them to do. Like that's like God.
I like the white sticks. I'm glad they're not doing red lights. I'm glad they're not doing fucking worms.
Yeah, to your point, how many people are involved in legit faction storylines? The stories.
Everyone's forming a faction.
I feel like we're 6, 7, 8 deep, and these factions have like 5 to 7 people apiece, and it's incredible. Everybody's got a slot, man. They're maximizing the potential of their roster.
Yeah, they are,
and
they truly are.
I don't know. I can't say when that's ever happened before. Even when like you got to cool off the Miz and R-Truth from their tag titles, or you made them legitimate for just a little while, you still put them into a position to elevate Bronson Reed, which is great. Everybody's kind of getting involved, I can't. Whereas you guys talk about AEW, unfortunately, people will get hot and then they'll disappear from TV for a couple weeks. Like, what happened? I don't understand what happened. That doesn't happen on this side. So
even in NXT. Character development, everything's fucking popping. You got a TNA fucking wrestler, Joe Hendry, that's going to fight for the NXT title at No Mercy.
That's cool.
You have another feud, Wes Lee with from the Rascals. I forget his name, but from TNA. So you have like 2 NXT TNA feuds going on there already. It's awesome. It's just awesome to see everything that's going on over there.
Yeah. This new world of working together is really, really cool.
It is.
I mean, who's down at Claudio and Davey Boy Smith Jr. and that's CMLL. They're like doing this Mexican
I mean, they're always doing that stuff.
Mexico,
always doing that stuff too. But even like you have 2 NXT guys right now that are in Pro Wrestling Noah. They're in their N1 tournament. I think AJ Styles I think he's gonna have another match over there in Pro Wrestling Noah. They let Io Sky go wrestle. In Pro Wrestling Noah. So I mean, all of wrestling, it's awesome because all promotions are everyone's putting on bangers.
Craig, we were. This week, as we were texting, we were watching Okada and Claudio was awesome.
Oh, see, I should have
on Dynamite. I didn't. So good. It was really, really
good.
Damn,
that sounds like a good match.
Yeah, like it was all. It went to a 20-minute time limit draw.
There
or
you
whatever.
go.
Like, yeah, it was awesome. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
Zack Sabre Jr. won the G1, so he's like,
nice.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It's a big deal. Only the second non-Japanese guy win it.
Yeah.
Really?
Since Kenny Omega.
Kenny Omega. Yep.
Wow.
Okay, Omega.
Hello.
But I guess Takeshita completely was the favorite of all the G1 and put on 5-star matches. And if he wants to, he can probably be the king of New Japan when this AEW's run is done.
How's
so
Omega
good.
doing? Have you guys heard any updates? Like, how is he?
I've read something this week that he can't really lift weights because he took so much intestine out, and he's still like in a lot of pain.
Man.
Speaking of someone with that, have you seen the recent picture of Brock?
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's photoshopped or not. He looks so fucking skinny.
Yeah.
Really?
Like, it was like disturbing. Yeah, it was just like his head was too big for his body.
Yeah.
Like, that's how much weight
He looks like JD right
no.
now. JD McDonough.
I hope that's not true.
I'm almost thinking that has to be fake.
I think it was just the weight.
reason.
No, I think it was just the angle too. I think he probably did drop weight, but like it was the angle. He had his arms around them, like whoever he was taking pictures with.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Can't
so
really. He still looks wide. He still looks, massive. With,
See if I can find it.
But
yeah,
I don't think. I mean, I think a lot of people are. I don't know. I think they're looking too much into it. You can't really tell. You can't see his arms at all because he has his arms around the two guys he's taking pictures with, and you can't see anything. You can only see his torso and his head.
He's like in a wheelchair and done. We're like, what the fuck happened? Like, you were just huge.
He's all like, oh, never mind. I'm not going to say it.
He's I'm old, man.
I was going to say he's all like Mongo McMichael. He's in the bed. No, that's fucked up.
Wow.
Dang, bro. He hung up for that Hall of Fame though, didn't he?
Yeah.
RIP.
Mongo hung up. Yeah.
I think they're going to bring Brock back though because they do have him on the WWE website again. So. They have him as a free agent. He's not in the alumni. He's in the free agent.
Right. It'll be whenever he wants to.
Yeah. I'd imagine Royal Rumble.
I feel that picture's fake because I can't find it.
Dude, having Brock come back at the Royal Rumble people would lose their mind, but yeah, it's interesting.
But he's 100 pounds lighter.
I hope. Yeah.
Coming in like a cruiserweight.
Yeah.
They give him Ricochet's gimmick.
But he does all Ricochet's move like perfect.
Yeah.
Like, amazing. I'm like, oh, Brock.
By the way, so Ricochet apparently signed with AEW this week, and I guess
I did not see that.
We might see him
at Wembley.
Don't go there and get injured.
He might be.
Oh, stop it.
And I like Osprey's putting him over. It's like,
that's
remember
good,
who you were kind of thing. Like they're really putting him over.
Yeah, you'll see the Osprey and Ricochet match. See, too bad they didn't. I guess they couldn't because he was still signed with WWE. I was gonna say that would be the match you would probably want to see at Wembley. Would be Osprey
hopefully build something.
Wrestle Dream.
For a
That'll
while.
It'll be Wrestle.
I mean, look, we're gonna get a really good match with Osprey and MJF on Sunday. Like, it's gonna be wonderful. Like, yeah, it's gonna be really, really good. What else am I looking for? I still think Jack Perry and Darby Allin's gonna be a goddamn train wreck in a good way. They're gonna kill each other.
Should be good.
Yeah.
And Swerve, and now that Bryan Danielson cut his promo or whatever, Swerve and Bryan Danielson should tear the house down too. Like, those are the three that I'm really looking forward to. And Timeless Tony Storm. Tony Storm should have a good match with Mariah May. I think Mariah's going to go over.
I would think so.
I think she's going to be like the centerpiece. Her and Monet are going to be like the centerpieces of the women's division.
Monet.
I can't. Yeah, I said it last week. I can't determine if Mercedes Moné and Britt Baker's going to be so good, or if it's just going to be shit the bed. And I can't see it being in the middle. I see one or the other happening.
Right.
I don't know.
I think they'll rise to the occasion. But
I've doubted her since she came back, and then I'm like, oh, okay, she can still fucking wrestle. And when she took on Willow, like, that was so excellent.
I mean, Monet is great.
Like, okay,
I mean, she's top. She's top tier wrestling wise.
Yeah,
women's
she still got it
in any women's division.
That's the question. Is DMD?
No,
still no.
Yeah, can she hang? Can she exactly? Yeah,
but Monet will put on a good match. So.
Yeah, I'm thinking they got shit worked.
It'll be an okay match. Yeah, it'll be a good. It'll be a passable match.
And then the 3-way could be batshit crazy. Young Bucks against FTR against the Acclaimed.
Oh, of course that will be.
That should be batshit crazy.
No doubt, I was like, a lot of great wrestling.
I've seen that combination, but then Craig reminded me last week. He's like, yeah, but they're gonna fucking go crazy. I'm like, that's true.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's that factor. Like, I'm underwhelmed with the storyline on that. I'm like, oh, they're gonna kill each other. Okay, that's fine.
That's how it was, though.
Everyone's gonna die.
Stuff moves so fast back in the day. There's no story.
I would love to see Kenny Omega just kind of come back for that, even if he's not ready. Just come and walk out there. I'd like to see some more surprises.
Just do some of this.
Have him coming out looking like JD.
That sucks, man. Like, yeah, I really like Omega. Like, he was really, just because Jim Cornette bashes him, like everybody that doesn't watch him thinks less of him. And I'm like, no, Kenny Omega is pretty fucking amazing to watch. Like, he has had so many classic matches.
Mm-hmm.
That's a shame, man. Like, when you want to go more and just something happens and you can't fucking perform anymore. It's like, fuck, man.
Yeah. I remember a friend of mine, one of the guys on another thread, we talk all the time about wrestling, and he's like, you want to see something really cool? We're on a plane. I'm like, yeah, coming back from a work thing. And he showed me just one of the Okada Omega matches, and I hadn't seen one yet. I was like, come on, man. Like, are you kidding me right now?
Twinkle
and then it's like, you want to go to Long Beach in a month and see them again? I'm like, yeah, let's fucking go. Let's go to Long Beach like right now.
I think we mentioned like a month ago or so, but didn't Cornette say like he actually had respect for him now because someone asked him?
I thought he had said something about it, like he said
Roman Reigns, because he said like he thinks Roman Reigns is the best.
He was video gaming. Omega was on he has a stream channel, a stream show.
Yeah,
and so he was doing it, and someone said something negative about Roman Reigns. He's like, no. He said, there's gonna be no Roman Reigns bashing here. He's like, I think he's wonderful. I think he's fucking the best. Like, I won't tolerate it or something like that. Like,
well, Brian, I guess the time has come. The pigs fly. I agree with all Tinkle Toes.
It's pretty.
Oh, you know what? We were talking about who John Cena said Roman is on his Mount Rushmore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. Wow. It's not out of the realm.
I guess it depends on how you do the Mount Rushmore. But
do a John Cena, cuz I can't do a John Cena. I can't fucking talk like John Cena. I don't know his cadence. It's weird. It's trying to.
I was gonna try to do it, but I was laughing too much because it was when you guys went to WrestleMania. It is easy to do when you guys went to WrestleMania because I kept doing it to myself. And when I did the live stream, I was gonna have myself as John Cena do a voiceover for the O.W.P. live special. The O.W.P. Live, WWE Hall of Fame.
But I know there's a cadence there because he talks a certain way. Yeah, I can't. It's hard
because he does like all the Honda commercials now, right? That's him doing the Honda commercials.
Yeah,
right?
he does the Honda commercials.
Yeah. Innovation is what we strive for. John Cena.
That's pretty good. That's
like
pretty
a very
good.
innovation.
He's got like
his criteria was like when he started WWE stock price was $8 and now it's $110, and that happened under his leadership and under his
100%.
You cannot, however you move the needle, like you can't understate that was under Roman at the top.
I just remember from Peacemaker. Those are empty calories.
I mean, to be fair, everyone that Vince favored, shoved him down throats, even if it didn't happen right away, they were the ones.
But again, we talk about this over and over. The thing about Cena with the 50-50, it wasn't 50-50 booking necessarily, but it was 50-50.
No, for Cena, it wasn't. It was never 50-50.
No, it was Cena wins.
Yeah, he stomped.
Yeah, Cena wins.
But Cena wins, but it was 50-50 on the crowd, but it wasn't bland. It was like, I love you or I hate you. When you have 100% of the crowd reaction all around, like they love you and they hate you, 100%, you're making money. And
when I go to live shows, like there's
weird.
A certain vibration when someone's over. It's like a vibration. It's like an energy. It's weird.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I years and years ago, it was one of the first times I saw Cena live. It was after he was Super Cena. I think this was like 08, 09, somewhere around that. And I went and saw him in a house show in Ontario, and it was 50-50, but like it was vibrating. The building was vibrating.
Oh yeah,
like when he came out, it was like this.
Everybody was reacting. Yep. Everybody reacted either way.
Like I'll never like those cool pops that we got to live through. Like we saw Austin after he got mega over. It was right at I think it was like December of '97. So he hadn't beaten Shawn yet, but it was there for him. And I remember the glass broke. We were at a house show in Anaheim. And not only was it sold out for a fucking house show, but that place went fucking nuts. I mean, it was shaking. And I was like, wow, like that is fucking, I was like, that's more than Hogan. Like that's a big ass, like I hadn't felt that in forever. I mean, yeah, Brett was popular. Shawn was popular. They were, and I'm not going to say they weren't, but like, and people cheered when Shawn came out, and it was loud at times for sure.
That
I've
is
seen Shawn
red
live, but
hot heat though, man. Like just
Shawn only got the vibration heat when it was one of the shows we saw. It was the month before Mania 14, so it was Shawn's last house show loop before he lost to Austin and left for 4 years. Until I retired or whatever. And Shawn was a heel. But I remember when he came out with DX, it was a 6-man, and it was like him, Triple H, and I don't remember who. Maybe it was him in New Age. I don't remember. But like when he came out, like Sean got that vibration. The place went nuts, and he was a heel, and like he came out there and all night, like he was just being Sean. And it was when he was heel Sean with like just he would wear the red tights a lot and everything. And he was just fucking full of fire. And like every time he looked at the crowd, I mean, the fucking section would lose their minds. Like, and there's been so Sean's gotten there a couple times, during that era, but those big pops, man, like I love them. Like when you go,
Cena carried that kind of stuff for years.
Like Roman has that now,
yeah, dude, he's so over. Like it's crazy.
Cody is almost there. Like when I saw him live in December at the house show this past year, like it was people were chanting Cody's name like before his match even started, and so like that was an indication on maybe he's going to beat Roman this year because like he was still really over. I think he gets big pops or whatever. I think Cody's just got a little ways to go, but like Roman's just been working at it for a long time. We forget, when the Shield debuted so long ago, all the different phases he's been through and what he's learned. His presence is ridiculous, Roman, man. Like he just figured it out. And yeah, I love those vibration pops. You're like, this fucking guy's over. Like there's no doubt right now.
That SummerSlam pop was wild, and stuff we've seen since. Like people just been clamoring for him to come back. Like ever since he left. Like the day after he left, they were chanting for him to come back. He's I mean,
even in the opposite direction, when you have someone that's getting boos like Dominic, like
it's still a vibration. It's still an energy. For sure. Like,
has Dominic ever won like top heel on PWI or anything? Like he hasn't done it. He should. He shouldn't even be.
He's such a piece of shit, and it's in the best way. Like just the way he said, why I left you.
He should be top heel 2024 because PWI. Shouldn't be close.
She calls me her daddy. She gets me my tendies. Like, man, that crowd was just booing the shit. It was so fucking funny, dude. Yeah. Oh my god, I was cracking up.
She lets me play video games whenever I want.
She lets me play video games when I want. Like, it's so fucking funny.
Yeah,
it's perfect, dude. Oh my god.
You should go to Japan, Logan.
Oh, dude.
Oh my god,
dude, that was great.
Can you go?
Will they even let you in?
Do you think
you ever been?
You should wear the hat again. You should wear that. He's like, you went too far. You went too far.
That shit was fucking funny. Yeah, Dom's so good.
But they were fucking with him. He's like, why did your voice change? He's like, what do you mean? He's like, see, they were fucking with him the whole time. So Dom was like, oh, it's gonna be like that.
So funny.
Okay, like, when are you going to Japan next, asshole?
It'd be so funny if like 5 years from now, like when is Dom gonna turn face? I just can't.
Like it's Logan Paul
that boomy.
I hate to be that guy, but it's Logan Paul and some dipshit friend of Logan Paul's like making fun of Dominic on a podcast. Where why did your voice change? I don't blame Dominic. Like, when are you going to Japan next?
Oh yeah.
Fuck. If you want to take it there, we can take it to some bullshit.
Yeah,
pro wrestler.
You've done some shit things too, right, in your life? You've been an asshole. Let's talk
but
about
he's
that.
calm. He's in control too. Like he
was totally in control.
He's fucking super mature. Like he is Ray's son, but I mean, like still, like that's like a talent that you don't just get. Like he's just very calm and
you gotta
controlled that moment.
I just like how Logan was trying not to
laugh. Back over. Yeah.
But I just mean wear the hat as a heel. Yeah, just wear it as a heel though.
I had other commitments.
Yeah, I had other commitments. Why they need to be attacking though? The two.
I'm waiting for someone to invite me back. He's like, well, WWE can invite you back, right?
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Such fucking low key shade from Dom. Like nobody. And I'm sure, like deep down, like Logan kind of loved it because
of course he was. He was trying not to laugh.
Fucking
yeah,
clicks.
he was.
It's like clicks on clicks.
He kept putting his hand up and he kept turning like he was putting something away or whatever. But like,
you went too far. You went too far on that. You went too far.
But even that, he was still fucking fighting laughter.
Yeah,
when he said that, you went too
far.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, you wear the hat though. You wear the hat.
Funny after he lost the U.S. title, he fucking put a tribute to himself. On his own website.
Oh, lovely.
Of all his moments of him holding the U.S. title and all that shit, like man, was so good.
Hey, he did a great job with the title. He did.
Wasn't it till "I Will Remember You"? Wasn't it? I will. Remember. He was sitting on the bench. He's like, man, I'm always gonna remember you. And then it went into the video, and it was just him holding the belt up in slow motion and like
sleeping with it.
And sleeping with it when he did all that stuff on social media. So fucking great.
It's lovely. So good.
It's so weird how simple it is. Like for the longest time, we were like, God, you fucking out of touch asshole, Vince. Like it's so easy. It's right in front of your face.
Yeah.
Like, we've never ran our own promotions. We're just fans. We know what we like. Triple H makes those.
But so much
every week.
But so much of this is better than we ever could have imagined, too, at the same time, what we're seeing today.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be this good. Like,
yeah, these storylines are so intricate.
Like, everything could have been wasted. Like, can you imagine, like, Logan Paul could have been wasted under Vince? Like, you know, all this stuff that ended up being really good. They were like, oh, shit, you know, Logan Paul's actually a really good wrestler. It's like, all that stuff.
I don't think he would have taken it seriously. I don't think Vince, well, he's not really a wrestler. I think Vince would have, like, just shut it down. Oh, you're just here for like a one-time.
Well, he probably would have wanted to kept them around for the attention because of, you know,
every time
YouTube,
Logan walks in the locker room, hey Logan,
it probably wouldn't have been
like Vince just cites him out because he's a celebrity, so
Logan.
Vince got to embarrass.
He's also getting clicks, Logan. Is that how you do it?
Good, Logan.
Clicks.
All right,
they call them clicks, right, Logan?
Get them likes.
What
you tell them to subscribe to your channel and.
He's always followed by his investors and Khan, you know, when Vince was still there, and he was like, Logan Paul's an internet celebrity. Like, they know who he is, but you have to let the old man explain it to him, and I guess he does stuff on the tubes. So, you know, there's some money there.
Content creator.
Content.
So, content creator, what does he make? About $100,000 a year? Yeah, Vince, that's
Nick Paul, listen up. Content creating.
Try a month.
You don't create more content.
You guys don't get it yet.
I guess we better create more content then. Bruce, come here.
He's like, hi, everybody. This is Vince McMahon, and today I'm going to be reacting to fails. He should. He might as well just fucking make it. Dude, can you imagine if he made a channel himself?
I'm going to be reacting to.
Be over.
I'm going to be reacting to
Vince McMahon blind reactions would make so much money, but not enough for him, if that makes any sense.
I'm going to be.
Hello, I'm Vince McMahon. Minecraft.
Welcome to my live viewing of All In.
Today we're playing Fall Guys, and I got Bruce Pritchard here.
I was saying they're all like just sitting around like drunk, like and just watching AEW.
That's fantastic. Could you
Gerald Briscoe, Bubble Bobble of the Nintendo Entertainment System.
The NES, as the cool kids like to call it. They like to put everything in acronyms. We're gonna be playing Mario Kart.
I don't know. Fact, Bruce
Tyson
in the first round.
Akari Warriors. It's very hard.
Kid
told
Icarus,
me,
I think is what it's called.
When he got here, apparently Bruce can beat Mike Tyson in the first round.
Super Smash Bros.
Not a lot of people can do that.
I heard that's hard to do.
And it's just a ball that you ping.
Today we're checking out the trailer to
click like and subscribe. Click on the bell for notifications.
And today we're going to watch Jimmy play Pitfall on Atari system.
And if you like content like this, don't forget to click this video right here.
Yeah. He's subscribed for himself.
Hey, chat, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, chat.
Chat. Hey. You're banned. You're
and you know how he has it. Yeah, you know how that's how he would end all of his videos and all. And that does it for tonight. Until next time, you're fired.
Yeah, in the live commercial, he's like, "You're right, Tyson is hard, Bruce."
And then some
if you want to get a rock hard dick,
some stupid generic like no
and
copyright
Vince
music
McMahon cold reading Blue Chew. You want to protect your data?
Yeah.
He's gonna shill all the commercials.
He's all you want to protect the text messages that you have with your intern.
See, Vince.
You don't want them to track it down. NordVPN.
It's called the man grate. You put it on the barbecue and you grill on the barbecue. Man grate.
NordVPN can tell you that you're in one country when they're trying to accuse you of stuff in Stanford.
Bruce, yeah.
Can you just see Vince pitching a GoDaddy.com commercial? Just like GoDaddy.com.
There's no way I was in Stanford sending her dick pictures. I was in
love Mike's
Germany.
That Danica Patrick is something else.
Tell me that he wouldn't get like 50 million views every week.
Dude, he would. He probably actually would make a shit ton of money, honestly. He doesn't need it.
But he would make a ton of money, but not enough for him, which is why we'll never see it. That's unfortunate.
Today we're watching CrossFit.
We're going to do a watch along.
Right,
everybody, 15 minutes and 25 seconds on Peacock. Bruce, I remember when we had the network. Remember that? God. Yeah. All right, everybody hit play. 3, 2, and like just doing all the standard podcast shit. So.
3, 2, 1.
Production football on that one, Bruce.
Hold on, Bruce, why do we gotta do a countdown? Yeah. This is bullshit.
Yeah, he's just
nobody should have to hear the countdown. That's silent.
Tonight we're playing TV. We're gonna get a chicken.
Never done fucking TV.
You want me to hit you up, Conrad? I'll hit you up, you son of a bitch.
This production sucks.
Talk me up.
What if he realized? Yeah, he just watched those stuff. He's like, God damn, Hogan sucked. What are we doing? What am I doing?
The government doesn't want you to know this, but right now you're paying too much for your car insurance.
Did you
Oh, Mick Foley was in a car accident. Speaking of car accidents, like
I was just thinking, could you
imagine,
imagine seeing Vince for the first time watching Hogan turn on WCW Bash at the Beach? You think he ever watched it? I bet you he's never watched it. Like
he's all, today I'm going to blind react to Hogan turning heel?
Right. What? That actually happened?
He's all, before we start that, remember this video is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. You want to find your legends? Oh shit! I kind of wish it would happen now. Like
I know.
Well, in another, since we put it out in the universe, in another reality, it's happening.
Oh,
God bless him.
Hopefully.
Oh, Vince needs to do it. I mean, if he is depressed, if the rumors are true and his health is bad because he misses, working, just fucking start a podcast. Yeah. Just go nuts.
Yeah, just fucking let out all the dirty laundry.
See a podcast of Vince on the bench press.
This is the part of the show where I have a guest on, Linda. Like if Linda sits down, just annoyed.
Vince at 4 a.m. just pumping.
I'm only over here because you have paperwork you have to sign. He's like, I know, you fucking bitch. You're always wrestling.
Whoa.
You're on the show. Hi, how are you? Tell them about yourself. Like it's just a Linda and Vince fight. Hang on. Hey, Shane. What, Dad? I'm with Tony right now. What the like? And he just throws his phone.
What if?
Oh my!
Or what if the way he ends the podcast, he's all, Craig, where will I not be next week?
At the match.
There it is.
There you go.
All right. And